25-56. Black 5-4. Let's go. Shit. Kill.
Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mike. Check. Watch 54. Check.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And some room to maneuver. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 56 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
Yellow.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., 63 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. He had the big touchdown run on the first drive and more room to maneuver right there.
And the big guys up front, they're feeling chesty and strong, creating nice openings for him.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Finding Taysom Hill complete. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Mike 54, Ricky. Shoot.
On second down, Kamara. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Good job.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
At their 48-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch QB drop. Kill.
Cousins gives way to Cook. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Wide. 54 is Mike. 54 is Nate. Orbit. 54. Watch 54. Tighten up.
On third down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike 5-4. They gonna need some therapy after this. Hey, yo. Mike 54.
Cousins now. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 32 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Watch twins.
From the 41, Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Murray. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down. I love those plays. 4th and 1, that's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Breeze going to throw. And this is Cook with the grab. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Shotgun now for Breeze. That is caught. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. He completes it to Abdullah. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
Check, Mike, 54. Lucky 48. Come on, boy.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Ready? 5-9. Hey, kill. Look at the ball. Watch twist.
Breeze now on first down. He'll let it fly in the direct into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
He's coming. We got double up. Lynch 50. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Two. Here we go.
Final play of the half. Cousins looking deep downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. It's a short kick taken at the 15. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
1 yard gain. Second and 9 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's go one more. Check. Two. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. 54. Listen to me. 54. Check.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the carry, it's Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run with Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
I smell fear in that offense. Slam. Black.
3rd and goal for Cousins. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Switch it.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
At the 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Let's go. 5-1.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready? 5-8. Check 55, Mike. Yo. Mike, 55. Right there. Ready, take.
Breeze now on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. And the pressure gets to him again. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter, his second sack of the night.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they, a dime? What were they?
15 cents.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now.
Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, 76 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. He's got Smith here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the ground, this is Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Yellow lady. Check.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Past the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, 72 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. To throw, it's Breeze. And he finds Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Breeze. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And Gibbs got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, "What do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out?" He said, "Oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two."
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2.
That's it, baby.
Hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charlie.